Welcome to Megabots and welcome to the semi-finals. Our group battle stage is now complete with Captain Pirate and Decapitator, the last two. But before we unleash hell, let's have a look at all 12 of our winners. Krimbots won Group 1, defeating Mortis. Group 2, the dark horse to win the whole tournament, Ramsey. Daisy Cutter ended on 7 points to win Group 3. Group 4, the only veteran to get through the groups, Chaos 2. Jaws, the awesome flipper, a hot favourite, and the surprise package, Spicasaurus winning Group 6. It'll do anything but stay static. It certainly didn't in Group 7. Jolly Roger came out in Group 8, ending with 8 points. Killerbots, the spoof of Killerbots, returns for the semi-finals. Trackers, on track to win. Captain Pirate, the captain who went all the way in Group 11. And Decapitator, the luckiest robot in the tournament, won our last group. And here is the lineup as it is on paper. As you know, we still have 4 gaps left, but semi-final 1 looks like that, with semi-final 2, again, 2 spots up for grabs. So this is how it's going to work. Road Rage is definitely through. Now there's only space for 3 others, and of course they've all ended on 6 points. We go by the number of clear 3-point wins each robot won in their groups. Unfortunately, Behemoth only won 1 3-point battle. The rest all won 2. So, Road Rage will get the runner-up position 1. The rest will just be distributed as and when we saw them fight, so chronologically. So, Real Thor will be up against Jaws, and our runner-up second place is Blue 1, 2, 3 against Captain Pirate. Over to semi-final 2. Runner-up, the 4th robot we saw was Massacre, of course, ending on 6 points against Spicasaurus, and 7 points, the top spot for our runner-up position. Road Rage will be against Decapitator, and there you have it. Our 16 robots all will be playing today. This is it. Our winners will go through to the second round, but first, let's start proceedings with Krimbots versus Static. And here they are.
3, 2, 1, activate.
Straight knockout. Forget your fights that involve points, the group stages. You can't hide behind anything now. It is winner take all. And Krimbot very nearly prematurely ended Static's run to the top spot. And more now. Static now trying to really get more of the armour off Krimbot. Needs to get into its little spin. There we go. Yeah, that's it. The spin that we're used to seeing Static now. As I say, not being Static to win in progress. Krimbots now out of control. Very Christmassy with its baubles and lights. Of course, being purple, lighting up the place. Static now needs to really. I think this is the thing with Krimbot, because it's quite fast. It's prevented Static from actually getting up to speed, but now it acts as the weapon. The whole body. Its third weapon is the body. Coming in to spin. In goes Krimbot, trying to lift and flip. Done a lot of damage to Krimbots. Oh, already, and I think the house robots here have sensed immobilization.
Cease.
Oh, they have. Oh, that's brilliant. Well, Cease has been called, and Krimbot ends its Megabot campaign quite dramatically. What a great first win for Static that is, confirmed. And we'll go over to Battle 1 winner position for round 2. Next, Daisy Cutter and Killerbots. The arena warms up.
3,
Battle 2.
2,
Here we go.
1, activate.
Killerbots to the left here. Now Daisy Cutter obviously has the weapon. They're probably the more deadliest of the two weapons. They've both got two swords, and they've both got two axes. One has two axes, the other has two swords on it. Now then, the pushing, and this is the thing with Daisy Cutter, those two front spikes easily can get a hold of a robot and manipulate it and drag it and do whatever it wants with it. It has flipped Killerbot. Now Killerbot is great, it's fine, it can self-right, and it does self-right efficiently, very well, very quickly, with the help of those two quick axes that keep going backwards and forwards. Big hammer blow, similar to Shunt, who won't like me comparing axes there. Of course, is a spoof on Sir Killerlot, who won't take kindly to that. One of the spikes there on Daisy Cutter has come off. The thing is, I think with Killerbot, it's very unstable. It just takes something to just maybe give it a shove at the side, and it's quite top heavy. I feel now Killerlot's getting its way on Killerbot. Very tense now. Remember, this is a knockout competition, the semi-finals. If you lose this, you are out. It's as simple as that. So it is pretty nerve-wracking. Little Daisy Cutter was very nearly close to going out of the arena with a little help by Killerlot, not Killerbot. Now I think we've got another immobilization here.
Cease.
It's Killerbot. I think Daisy Cutter has done all the damage with those devastating circular saws. That's it. Imagine, I don't think either of them were in good shape at the end there. Just to confirm, there we can see Daisy Cutter fills our Battle 2 position in the next round. Killerbots, it's been a pleasure, but you're out. Jaws and Real Thor next, and what a fight this is going to be.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
And I say that because they've both performed extremely well in their groups, especially Jaws, who has won the tournament on a couple of occasions behind closed doors. Real Thor, bit of a rip on the actual Thor, who actually knocked out in the same group. You can remember that, they were against each other, Real Thor and Thor. It was a great fight, but Real Thor prevailed. Jaws now coming in. It needs to try and get round to the side here, but as you can see, now that Thor's lost its weapon here, I was going to say it just needs one lucky flip, and Jaws has taken advantage here. Now, this is the trademark, this is the trick, just like a shark does. It plays with its toy once it's sort of, well, immobile, once it's crippled, once it's been knocked unconscious and been injured, the prey is dead. And at the moment, the shark is destroying, pummeling poor Thor. I mean, look at Thor now. Real Thor, should I say. It's completely naked. This is great stuff. Jaws here are just looking now, I think. I think it's, unfortunately for Thor, it's lost both of its weapons. I mean, how unlucky can you get? This is the thing with Arenas of Destruction. You just cannot rely on a clear fight. Having said that, I do think Jaws is the better machine here. Of course, it did win and get through 8 points in its group, and as you can hear, the pit's descending. And Jaws is trying to get Thor in. It nearly drove in itself, but it knows it's through to the second round.
Cease.
Quite comfortably. Well, it was great to see Real Thor back. They put up a great fight in the groups. But in the end, Jaws was the better machine on the day. And we'll go to meet Static. Next, it's Blue against Captain Pirate.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Captain Pirate was vicious in its group. Nothing could get under it. Blue has the chance here. It's got the speed. Of course, it's very manoeuvrable. It's got the 2 flippers. This is the chance now for a robot to get underneath Captain Pirate and whoosh, flip it over. Is it going to be enough though? It's such a wide robot. And whilst a robot is trying to attack and flip the robot, Captain Pirate. Captain Pirate's doing all of the damage with the spikes, so it's such, I think, one of the cleverest and best designed robots we've seen all tournament. I really do. I think there's probably Captain Pirate Static is also a good design, but you know, in terms of actually getting something original, really, trying to destroy a robot by simply putting on a few spikes. It's ingenious. It's worked a treat. And like I said, it has got to the grand final on 4 occasions behind closed doors, so I think it has to be the favourite here. Blue, a couple of semi-finals in its bag. Not that we've seen, though, obviously. Blue, in a bit of trouble now. Can it see where it's going? Well, it should be able to, because it's got a lamp on it. But Sergeant Bash isn't helping here. Look at that attack from the back there. Captain Pirate. Well, I think we've got another immobilised robot there. We have. Blue, as good as it was in the groups, is out. We now have our second round lineup. So let's swing now to semi-final number 2. And this could be one heck of a 4 upcoming fights we have. It's Ramsey first against Jolly Roger. Remember, Ramsey, I think the dark horse, based on what we've seen so far, to win the whole thing. It's got Chaos 2 though, a Massacre and Decapitator Road Rage. Who knows what's going to happen?
2, 1, activate.
Jolly Roger with the circular saw here on the back. The speed of Ramsey though. We saw Ramsey in the group battle defeating Razor, Lethal Weapon and Goth. It won all of its fights. This is the power of Ramsey, a potential champion here. Well, it has won on several occasions. But as I always say, behind closed doors, this is the first visible sign of a champion. As it flips, look at that! Turning Jolly Roger on its back. It can self-right, good design, with the Shremek helping of course. The weight is evenly distributed for it to happen. It will be good though. Jolly Roger has reached 2 semi-finals before, flipped over. I have a feeling though, unless something catastrophic happens to Ramsey, well actually you know it is, it's the game, anything could happen, it's virtual. The weapons could just fall off like one of them already has. Dear me, Jolly Roger should be able to get up from there. It has done. No reason why it won't can't again. Sergeant Bash coming into play. Oh, look at this Ramsey just trying to get round and flip. Poor Jolly Roger out of the arena as Bash once again on a bit of a rampage. It wants to see some action and is certainly living up to its Bash reputation. Jolly Roger very close to being counted out here. They're going to have to get up and over, and they have done. That's very good. Very, very good. They did it just in time, I think. Oh, they're back on the backs again. Another flip. Well, the flip is helped out there. Oh, and it's a flip over once again. And is it going to go in? It's so close to going in. It's in. It's in.
Cease.
I think it was the only way Ramsey could have won that, with the flipper of Jolly Roger, the self-writer, still on. And just to confirm, there we can see Jolly Roger. A pleasure. But Ramsey is the first robot through. Next, it's Chaos 2 and Trackers. This is going to be such a good fight. 2 flippers.
3, 2, 1, activate.
And of course, they can both self-write pretty quickly. And I would... it's just been flipped. I would say the more manoeuvrable of it is Chaos 2. But Trackers here now, if they can self-right, and they're very quick to do so, but the lowest of the ground clearance, I think, is actually Trackers at the front. Might not be at the side, but look, getting right underneath there. Chaos 2, another flip. This is a brilliant fight developing. Once again, if Trackers just hangs on to its flipper here, it could win this, you know. And with the tracks are actually helping to self-right the machine. There we can see. Can they get underneath Chaos 2 again and flip? Yes, they are doing. This is brilliant stuff. Oh! Well, Sadly, Trackers has spent most of this fight on its back, and yes, it has been able to self-right, but how effective and how much more power have they got left in that flipper before it, well, let's face it, rips off. And again, tossing and turning, toing and throwing all over the arena. Chaos 2 on its back again, could be in for a shock here. Chaos 2, the only robots, the only veteran and pre-built machine to survive the groups. Well, Trackers, what a robot this is. I think very unlucky to meet Chaos 2. This is a final fight. This really has been impressive. We look forward to seeing both. Well, sadly, it's going to go to a judges. I think Chaos 2, is just about on top. What a shame. I think Trackers could have done a lot better.
Cease.
Oh, do you know what? If that flipper had come off any earlier, that would have been it for Chaos 2. Oh, it is. It's Chaos 2. Well, great play for Chaos 2. Unlucky to Trackers. I think could have done a lot better and gone a lot far. Sad that. But next it's Spicasaurus and Massacre, the two surprise packages for me for this semi-final.
1. Activate.
Spicasaurus, of course, coming joint first, should I say, in its group against Real Thor. Of course, their head-to-head meant that Real Thor came second. Very close, very close. Spicasaurus well deserved to get here, and Massacre, of course, coming through the runner-up pool, winning with 6 points. Of course, in their fights with Static, Pussycat and Panzer. Pussycat and both Thor in each of these robots groups not performing great at all. Now that, I was going to say Spicasaurus with the blade, with the claw, could have self-righted. It can self-right from this position, as we've seen it before in the past. Massacre now coming in with the kill. That's
Cease.
Well, cease is called. Does that mean Spicasaurus is out? Oh, it does. Oh, after all that work that they did in the groups has not paid off. They lost the claw. Massacre through to the second round. Next, Road Rage and Decapitator.
2. 1. Activate.
Who do you pick from these two? Decapitator winning twice in the friendly tournaments back in the day, and you ask how? We've seen the look that was with them in the group, and at the moment the luck is continuing because Road Rage has just lost its weapon. It didn't get up to speed quick enough, and now Decapitator is taking advantage. Now Decapitator, obviously the track robot, Road Rage should be getting itself in a bit of a rage. It helps when it's fast and out of control because the opposition doesn't really know what it's doing. But now it doesn't have the disc to get underneath the robot and cause damage, and it's also lost maneuverability. I can't see what else really Road Rage can do. Decapitator spinning, quite maneuverable, very strong armour, titanium built. Very rarely see Decapitator's armour shredded. Oh, Sergeant Bash. We've warned robots time and time again when they go into a CPZ the dangers that lurk within, and Road Rage has paid the ultimate price. Been on the edge of another robot in a bit of a rage, and that's Sergeant Bash once again, but has helped out. Goodness me. So, both robots still very even. At the moment I'd edge this to Decapitator only because it's done the more damage here. And where the flip is it going to be? Decapitator. This could go all the way, I've seen it before. It really could stun us all again. However, Decapitator will be up, if it does win, will be up against Chaos 2 next, as the draw has lined Chaos 2 and Decapitator. But Decapitator's flipped Road Rage once again, and we're going to a judge's decision. This is all Decapitator for me. It's on the floor, flipper. Is it going to flip? Yes!
Cease.
The pits descended as well, just in time. What's the decision? It is Decapitator, and they'll be against Chaos 2. Well, I think that could be the end of the road for Decapitator, but we'll take a breather now from the semi-finals. places are running tight now to compete and beat Chaos 2's run of 72.08 seconds. It's Terahertz next in the arena.
Activate.
Invertible with the axe, has the aggression, has the maneuverability. Very weak though with the perspex sheets on as armour. Of course we have unfortunately lost Terahertz in the groups quite early on. They came joint second with Shunt Stack and went into the pool originally but didn't get enough points to qualify. Can it redeem itself and do well here against Dead Metal? But at the moment, yes, they're putting up a good fight. Even if they just last in the ring for 90 seconds, it'll be a respectable score. They won't win, of course, but at least it'll be something. And at the moment with the axe, it's doing not a bad job. This is what I mean with the perspex armour. It's very weak and Dead Metal has taken advantage of that. As it comes in now, it's well, it's not moved for a good few seconds as Terahertz. Oh no, the axe is still there. I thought it had... Oh, I don't know, has it knocked itself out? I think it has, you know. Now what's going on here for poor Terahertz? I think Dead Metal's won this. I do.
Cease.
There we go. Cease is called. Just knocked it out completely. Well, Dead Metal retreats. Oh no, he's going back in. But that's it. Now then, when would the timer have stopped there? Obviously not a win. Only, well, just shy of a minute there. Well, unfortunately not enough for Terahertz. Chaos 2 still leads. 3 more robots left. We go back now to the semi-finals. And it's round 2, of course. All 8 robots now survived the first round. And this is it once again. Winner takes all. The winner through to the grand final. First, Static and Jaws.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
It's crunch time now. It really is. Static, they know what Jaws can do. Jaws knows the destruction Static can do once it spins up. It needs to start spinning up because Jaws will come in and take advantage. We've seen it. And once Static can try and get a rev up, there we go. It can spin up. It acts as a whole weapon, as a body. The body is a weapon once it does. But once Static is flipped, that is it. There is no way the robot can get back. And look, Jaws not giving Static any room to breathe here. Mind you, look at this shove. Static. We really are now the 8 best robots of the tournament. And boy, are we seeing it. Really good control, the aggression, the damage being caused. It's hectic stuff. And again, Static nearly flipped Jaws once again. Matilda's in the corner. It takes just one flip. It just takes one flip. Jaws on top of Static. Needs to be underneath, really, to flip. Now then, look at this. Shredding the armour of Jaws. Jaws in a lot of trouble here. Could we be in for a shock? That back jaw has come off. And the name of the robots, the key weapon. Oh, Static is close. It's close to being flipped. I think Static's running into a spot of bother here. And on the wall again, Jaws flips once again. This is all oh!
Cease.
Oh! One final flip at the end. It's over for Static. It's over. Jaws finds the flip, finds the ground clearance, and is through to the grand final. What a fight. I thought Static had that. Next, Daisy Cutter and Captain Pirate.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
I've got a problem here. I do have a problem because Daisy Cutter cannot flip Captain Pirate. And when Captain Pirate is not up against a flipper, I can't see anyone beating Captain Pirate. I really can't. Just look at the damage. Yes, Daisy Cutter has the weaponry. We've seen it destroy so many robots, but Captain Pirate just is a monster. 4 times it's reached the grand final. It's never won anything though, Captain Pirate. Daisy Cutter, also a grand finalist. Only once though, has got through to a semi-final on 6 occasions. Great pedigree that comes with both of these robots. Look at this spin though. Daisy Cutter. Now, having said that, the armour of Captain Pirate is all off, so it just would take something. Well, it was all about brute force, wasn't it? Whoever had the most pushing power was going to end it. Now, look at that. Not even the flipper can flip over Captain Pirate. Now, look at that. I mean, the power there. Over goes Daisy Cutter.
Cease.
And they've either gone out. They've gone out of the competition. That's a great win there from Captain Pirate. Safely through to the grand final. There we can see. Next, it's Ramsey and Massacre. Massacre, I think now the surprise package. Wouldn't it be great? We love an underdog.
3, 2, 1. Activate.
Ramsey already has a very, very destructive reputation, just because of the speed of it, really. It's 6-wheeled. Oh no! Not going to do much now without your flywheel, Massacre. Ah, and your flippers come off. Well, that couldn't have gone any better, could it? For Ramsey, that is. Oh, what an anticlimax that was. Massacre, to be honest, it did very well to get to where it has got to. It's only once escaped heat. Its heat, should I say. We've seen it in one semi-final, but really Massacre very well. It's the furthest it's come in a competition before, but look at Ramsey. Ramsey here is on it upended. Now, is that giving a glimpse to the weakness of Ramsey? No. Nope. Take that back. Self-righted, and we've seen what it can do. Ramsey through to the grand final. What a final this is lining up to be. Now, who's going to join our 3? Is it Chaos 2 or Decapitator? Chaos 2 for me. I think Decapitator is well and truly run past its luck. Its luck has run out, and we're about to see it get flipped out the arena. Well, that's my prediction. There we can see, flipping over now. Chaos 2, flip it, and it's over. Yes, Decapitator can run on its back. See what I mean? Oh, just hang fire here. We could be in for a shock. Now then, Decapitator. I say shock. I think my prediction was right. Chaos 2 now is about to win. This was so simple. And why couldn't Robot have done this to Decapitator before? Good run though for Decapitator. It is technically still mobile.
Cease.
Or is it? No, it's not. It's not. It's over. It's out. Well, I'd like to say we saved the best till last, but that was a dismal fight. Having said that, Chaos 2 rightly going through to form a heck of a grand final. And this is what it's going to look like. Do not miss this. The format for the grand final will be group battles. The 2 robots to end on the highest points will go through to the very last fight, the grand final. And here they are, Ramsey, the dark horse, Jaws with the flipper and skill, Captain Pirate, the beast, and the favourite, Chaos 2. Don't miss it.